Hello, this presentation is for student caregivers and will cover several tips on how to balance school, family, and work. My name is Stephanie Norman, and I am the program coordinator for the Child Care Access Means Parents in School program at Santa Fe College. This presentation is funded by the U.S. Department of Education's C-Campus grant. So what is a student caregiver? According to a 2020 study from AARP, 5 million students enrolled in colleges, universities, or vocational schools are taking care of adults who may be elderly or suffering from an illness. Typically, students are helping their parents or grandparents. The association reported that these students are forced to balance their studies with the hard work of caregiving. Of the 400 people that the study surveyed, 7 in 10 said caregiving has affected their coursework to at least some extent, and 6 in 10 said their family responsibilities have hurt their ability to pay tuition or other costs of education. And COVID-19 has also created more problems. In another survey, almost 30,600 undergraduates from May through July 2020 at 9 universities reported that they were caring for children or adults. And this has increased their financial hardships and food insecurity during the pandemic, compared to those students not charged with such responsibilities. Caregivers were also more likely to report feeling anxious or depressed. So, to better assist Santa Fe students, the Student Empowerment Center, which is located on the Northwest Campus and S Building, room 254, provides these monthly meetings, along with other scheduled Zoom meetings and workshops, which aim to provide a sense of belongingness and community for students who identify as student caregivers. Going back to college this semester could be tough because you're not only a student, but also a caregiver. Although you have a large task ahead of you, there are some great ways to balance back to school with caregiving. Here are a few tips that will benefit your caregiving and classes this semester. Tip number 1. The reality of the situation is that things are going to be difficult. That doesn't mean all is lost. It just means that careful planning is in order. For caregivers and college students, money and time will be tight. In order to be successful, you must decide in advance on what your priorities are and how you'll carry them out. Writing things down might seem unnatural, but it works. Start with what must be done first, then add other things. Be realistic. When creating a budget, consider some things such as the cost of your tuition, cost of books and other materials, gas, transportation, and money. How much will your rent cost? What about your groceries and food expenses? Also consider other monthly expenses that you may have. And don't forget to try to put aside a little bit of fun money, because everyone deserves a night out. When you're thinking about your schedule, don't allow yourself to be pressured into becoming a full-time student if you don't want to. Take your classes on your own schedule. Only you know your circumstances, and only you can make those decisions for what will work best for you. Trust your gut. Be sure to write down your plan and revisit in the middle of the semester. This will help you feel more in control of your life and will give you a chance to reflect on what's going on and what's working and what's not. Tip number 2, ask for help. You might come to the conclusion that you need some assistance with getting things done. You might have wanted to take care of your mom on your own, since she took such great care of you when you were little. However, that might not be possible at this time. You don't have to give all of your responsibilities away and abandon what you told your family you'd do. Instead, getting a friend, another family member, or outside help to do light housework, prepare simple meals, or run local errands can do wonders. Also, don't forget to ask for support from your school. Santa Fe College has a lot of great programs that are here to help support you. Student Life is an example that comes to mind. Student Life has a food pantry, a clothing closet, a calculator rental assistance program, as well as a cap and gown rental assistance program, numerous scholarships, and a non-traditional student organization. Also, I'm available, and so are other staff and faculty to be here to help you. Tip number 3, be flexible. Of course, life is full of surprises. Caregivers especially know this. So schedule, but be flexible. Pencil in a time gap or a time where nothing specific is planned. If an emergency, you can move scheduled blocks into the time gap, or you can use that time to reassess potential problem points that have arisen. Most importantly, you can use that empty time gap to take care of yourself, which is another critical step towards balancing caregiving and school. So create your schedule, but stay flexible. We can't predict what will happen in life, but we can strive to stay flexible. When scheduling a time gap where there's nothing going on for about a half hour or so, maybe in your day or once a week, this can give you a chance to catch your breath, take some time to reflect, and focus on yourself. Self-care means taking time to take care of yourself. When you are responsible for a loved one's care, it can be hard to remember to take care of yourself also. Just remember that if you get too burned out, your studies will be affected and you won't be able to give so much of your time and energy to your loved ones since you won't have any energy left to give away. So make it a priority to take a little time for yourself every day. Do things that help you make you feel great, like working out, taking a yoga class on campus, or hanging out with friends. Tip number 4, take online classes. You don't have to physically go to class. Many colleges and universities offer degrees entirely online, and Santa Fe College is one of them. All you need is a computer with a webcam, a microphone, and a reliable internet connection. You can also take courses at one college and then transfer your credits later if you're unable to find your preferred degree in an online program. Check with the Santa Fe College admissions to determine how online classes work and get advice on which classes to take based on your schedule and concerns. Tip number 5, maintain your health. You're probably so focused on taking care of your loved one that you neglect your own needs. However, as a college student and caregiver, you need to take a great deal of care of yourself. Not only will healthy eating and moderate exercise get you in better physical shape to carry out your responsibilities, they also contribute to mental and emotional well-being. For example, pick a day to prepare pre-packed meals for the upcoming week, or take a 10 to 15-minute walk outside to get some fresh air. Also, be sure to make the time to laugh. Bouts of laughter can boost the immune system, relax muscles, aid circulation, and protect against heart disease. It can also help with your mental health because laughter can lower anxiety, release tension, improve mood, and foster resilience. These are the resources that I used to create this presentation. So I just wanted to give you a chance to take a look at those. I hope that these tips come in handy for you for this semester. Please be sure to reach out to either myself or another trusted staff or faculty member here at Santa Fe College. We are here to support you in your academic journey and in your overall well-being. Thank you for attending this presentation.